Hello my wonderful creators. Welcome to Healthy and Happy. I'm Asi Efras and today we have an amazing episode for you. I'm so excited about it because we'll be making pickled red onions and it's a super easy and quick recipe which is also nutritious and delicious. So without further ado, let's get started. So for this pickled red onion recipe, we'll be needing one red onion, and this is the recipe for one red onion. And then you can double, triple, and make it as much as you like. We'll be needing sea salt, freshly ground pepper. I like just grind my pepper right before I cook. We'll be needing honey and some filtered water, apple cider vinegar, and I'll tell you exactly which one to buy if you don't have it yet. We'll be needing a small jar, and I always recycle my jars, and a few measuring spoons, a knife, something to mix with, and a couple of dishes. Smaller, bigger one, depending on how much you want to make and how long you want to keep it. So first, let's start with cleaning the onion. Let's remove both sides of the onion. You can do it on the cutting board. I like to do it like this, and then we take off a top layer, and then I want to show you how I cut onions, but you can cut it your favorite way. Make sure that your knife is very sharp so that you don't cry while you're cutting onions. So I cut it this way in halves, and then I supposed to cutting it this way across. I cut it to make slices this way. The slices are more even. We're cutting onions very thinly, and red onions are full of antioxidants and phytonutrients, so they are fantastic. Very high in vitamin C, and sailors used to pack bags and bags of onions centuries ago to take on a long trip with them to avoid a disease that's called scurvy, which is an acute deficiency of vitamin C. Now, when our onions are cut, let's put them aside for a little bit. We'll prepare our marinade. So for that, we'll be needing 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And I want to make sure that it's organic apple cider vinegar, but also unpasteurized and unfiltered with the mother. What is mother? Mother is a brown deposit that concentrates on the bottom of the bottle. I shook the bottle, so now the liquid looks cloudy, and this is how we want it. That mother is the good bacteria for our gut, and we definitely want this in our food, in every spoon of apple cider vinegar. And here we're going to measure 3 tablespoons. And apple cider vinegar is one of those miracle foods. It controls blood sugar levels, it improves insulin sensitivity, reduces belly fat, and lowers cholesterol. And that's why we're including it in our recipe. And now let's measure 3 tablespoons of filtered water. Please make sure to use filtered water that doesn't contain chlorine, so that chlorine doesn't kill all the good bacteria in the marinade. Now we're going to measure half teaspoon of honey. And you don't have to put honey in your recipe. I do like how it tastes with the honey, and we're putting just very little. If you can't take any sugar at all, then you can avoid this step altogether because onions contain natural sugar. All right, so let's do that. Now let's add half a teaspoon of sea salt, and we're going to add pepper to taste. I'm adding now 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. All right, so now let's dissolve honey. Some of the chefs and cooking enthusiasts pour hot water over the onions to get rid of the bitter taste. But in this recipe, I don't do that. And amazing quality of this particular recipe is it's ready to eat in a couple of hours. So you don't have to wait days on end to enjoy your onions. And now once all honey is dissolved and marinade is ready, let's take our onions and put them inside just like that. Pretty amazing. And now we need to squish them to start our marinating process. And I like to really squish them like this and cover them with marinade. Also infuses the onions with all the fantastic flavor, and we keep all our nutrients and all these fantastic superfoods ingredients intact, so we're not killing any good gut bacteria with unnecessary processing or heat. All right, so now you see how onions became translucent. So let's taste the onion to see. Very nice. The process definitely has already started. And onions are not bitter at this point. The taste is not super strong. They're delicious and fragrant. And there are a couple different ways you can store the onions. If you're preparing it to eat in a couple of hours, the same day or the next day, you can put it in a dish. You also have to make sure that the mixture is covered with liquid. All right, so you can do this. Make sure you capture the overflow, and you can keep that onion in the refrigerator. It will marinate perfectly. Alternatively, you can place your onions in the cube jar. Here, I have one. So let's place all the onions in the jar. And of course, I'll make sure to put all links to all ingredients and to utensils I used in this video below. Also, if you would like to see my other videos about dill pickles and salted tomatoes and fermented cabbage, you will be able to find links in description below. And let's make sure that our onions are submerged in the liquid, because that's where they will be marinating. So you can keep this in the refrigerator for days and days until you finally eat your onions, and they will become rich in color and in flavor. So, and it's a fantastic condiment for pretty much any fish or meat main dish you'd like to include them in. They are fantastic for barbecues. They are great on tacos, both meat and fish tacos. They are perfect on burgers. They will make your salad taste amazing and elevate pretty much any dish you want to include them in. And they are so good for you. They are nutritious as well as they are delicious because they contain all the ingredients that help your health and none of the ingredients that don't. Now our pickled red onions spent 2 hours in the refrigerator, and look how beautiful they are. They just look gorgeous, wonderful color. So let's open the jar and let's have some of these beautiful pickled onions on our little saucer. Very nice. So let's try them. They are amazing. They're very, very tasty. And if you like them a little sweeter, you can always add another 1/2 teaspoon of honey. It's better to use raw honey. I hope you enjoyed the recipe and you will make these pickled red onions for yourself, but also for your friends and your family. I hope you enjoyed that quick tutorial, and if you like this content, please subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell to see more videos from Healthy and Happy. Comment. I'd like to hear from you. I'm Asi Efres. Thank you so much for watching.